Christ in his kingly character. In Rasta-far-i, when we say Christ in his kingly character, we are speaking about something deeper than religion. We are speaking about kingship. We are speaking about prophecy. We are speaking about African redemption. And we are speaking about His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I of Ethiopia. To many Rastafarians, Haile Selassie I is recognized as the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, the King of Kings, the royal sign of divine authority, and the living testimony that Jah's covenant with David was not forgotten. But this belief is often misunderstood. Some people outside the faith say, Rastafarians worship a man, but that is not overstanding. That is stigma. That is an old colonial habit of mocking African spirituality before trying to understand it. Rastafari does not see Haile Selassie I as just a political leader wearing a crown. Rastafari sees the kingly character of Christ revealed through African sovereignty, through biblical titles, through divine authority, and through the restoration of dignity to a people who are taught to be ashamed of themselves. In many churches, Christ is often shown mainly as suffering, but Rastafari also recognizes Christ as king, Christ as ruler, Christ as judge, Christ as liberator, the one who comes with righteousness, justice, and authority. That is why the Lion of Judah means so much. It is not just a symbol. It is the image of victory over oppression. It is the image of royal strength. It is the reminder that Africa is not cursed. Africa is not forgotten. Africa is Zion. Different Rastafarians may explain His Majesty in different ways. Some say Haile Selassie I is Christ returned in his kingly character. Some say he is Jah manifested in flesh. Some say he is the anointed king and the representative of the Davidic covenant. But the central reverence remains the same. His Majesty stands as a sacred sign of divine kingship in the modern world. And this is where the stigma begins. Because when African people recognize divine authority in an African king, the world often mocks it. When Rastafari speaks of Zion, Babylon calls it madness. When Rastafari speaks of liberation, Babylon calls it rebellion. When Rastafari honors Haile Selassie I, Babylon tries to reduce it to superstition. But Rastafari is not confusion. Rastafari is reasoning. Rastafari is liberty. Rastafari is scripture, history, identity, resistance, and spiritual overstanding. Christ in his kingly character is not just a phrase. It is a declaration. It says Christ is not only the suffering servant. Christ is also the reigning king. It says divine authority can be revealed through covenant, lineage, justice, and liberation. It says black people are not spiritually homeless. They are children of Zion. So when Rastafarians honor Haile Selassie I, it is not simply about a man. It is about what His Majesty represents. The Lion of Judah, the kingly sign, the African sovereign, the defender of dignity, the royal witness that Jah still moves in history. And that is why, in Rasta-far-i, Christ in his kingly character remains a statement of faith, identity, resistance, and redemption.
It is a precious ointment upon the head that went to the precepts. Even Aaron's precepts that went to the skirts of his garments. As the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descend upon the mountains of Zion. For there the Most High, Jah! Rasta-far-i, created I and I, and commanded his blessing, that I and I should not die, but live. Jah!